How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So we've got a new little mini series starting today where we're going to be taking a look at hardpoint on certain maps. Today we're going to be looking at Bocage, which is one of the most sort of chaotic ones, as we all know and love. But we're going to be talking about some of the best spots to go in hardpoint, such as sort of whilst you're inside a point, where to sit, how to capture it, that sort of thing. Then we're going to be looking at some routes you can rush off spawn to try and get straight to that hardpoint, and also some rotations on how to move from hardpoint to hardpoint. Now, this is obviously aimed towards people who are looking to get better in ranked and pub games as well. But obviously, if you're a more experienced player, you probably do this stuff naturally. But it could be good to refresh your memory. So we get straight into it now, guys. I hope you enjoy. So for P1, this is going to be one of the harder hills to capture, as it's a little bit hectic straight off the start. But some nice spots you can get in. If you're coming from this direction, it's always a good idea to get onto this gate. And if you tuck yourself into this corner, then you can sort of get a lot of cover from this direction. You can also head glitch over this wall to watch that push. But obviously, if enemies are coming from this way, you might want to get into this corner here. Or even if you hop on top of this wall, you can actually still cap. And you might be able to get a little angle on somebody down there. But don't be careful to sort of not step out of zone. Also, you can hide behind this gate. It might be a good idea to lie down here to watch that cross if maybe you've got someone watching your back there. And then also this little corner just here, a little bit open, but they won't always expect you. A lot of times they'll expect you to be sort of up top or somewhere like that. And it's the same with this corner here. So it's just about staying in cover. You don't really want to be in the middle unless you're gunning everybody, really. And then some sort of out of zone spots to watch over. So say you've got teammates already there. It's a good idea to come up top grandmas like this, watch over that mid. And then also this back head glitch here. If you can get a nice AR player onto this, can do a lot of damage with that automaton. Sort of watching over, just checking any flanks. And then also, obviously, top barn's going to be a good one for this. Like this on the back here. And then even if you come over here onto this, you can watch over that mid to check nobody's top barn. So P2, obviously we all know, is over towards this field here. Now, a nice little spot that I know it's a lot of people already know, but you can actually just capture if you come behind these barrels here, and it's going to give you nice cover. You could even just play your life and just sort of lie down here, and if the enemies don't know about the spot, then they might not know to look here. Can be a good idea as well. Say you have a teammate down on the tank there, which I'll show you in a sec. You can watch your back like this to watch any flanks, because they're not going to be able to get to you. And then also, like I said, this bottom tank is another great spot. So you can lie down just here, or if the enemies are coming from that direction, you can get on top of it, head glitch over it, and just stay right on the edge of that zone there. And then also, if you lie down just about here, it's quite a nice little spot. They won't always expect it if you've got somebody watching your back. And also the opposite side of this barrel from before is a nice spot as well. And then some sort of out of zone spots that are kind of important to hold this down are going to be over here, the back head glitch. If you get an AR in here, it's kind of hard to take them out. You can see underneath the tanks as well. And then obviously top barn is going to be quite an important one. If you come to this top window, then you're going to be able to watch over it and take them out. And then also you can just hold down from up here as well. If you get on these barrels, you can watch over this whole area. So P3, as we all know, is one of the more hectic ones. Now, it can be hard to stay alive in this room, but one little setup I like to do, some people call it a little bit campy, but you can shut that door this way, and you can get behind the door and get some real good time for your teammates there. Can be a good idea to hold that corridor if you've already got a teammate in here, or also just watching this window, because you'll know if they come through because they'll have to open it first, and you should be able to catch them off guard. Then also this corner here, say what I like to do, if I kill someone here, then they call out to their teammates, I'm in this corner, I will slide out and come to this one, and then you'll notice they'll come in and rush like this, but they'll have their back turned to you, so you're going to be able to shoot them there as well. And then also, like any little spot like this, or any corner really, you can also get behind this door as well, just sort of making it easier for you to hold it down. Now, a nice out of zone spot would be up to these stairs here. You can hold that doorway really well. If you've got a teammate in this corner, they can watch you across there, and you can take people out like so. And also, if you come back here, then it's going to be a good idea to hold down this, because you can watch the flank whilst your team are on it. And then also, like I said before, the window, but you can actually stop enemies getting in through this window as well, which is always going to be nice. So P4, the bottom barn, this is another one that's a little bit hectic sometimes, but you can actually sit behind this door, which is a nice spot. Watch people coming in through there. Also the opposite, if you get someone standing here, you can watch each other's cross. Now this side of the barn can be a little bit hard to hold, but if you've got people holding down that, then these barrels are ideal, but you're going to be able to get people coming through there and also through that. One spot I really like is if you come just a little bit down from the stairs, you can still cap up here, even though it says that the zone ends just there. This is quite a good one because you can watch people up here, and they won't always expect it, especially if you come here straight off the back, because they're going to come in sort of looking for you or whatever, and then they probably won't just imagine you to be sat there. Another one that could be classed as a little bit campy, but we're all about winning the game, to be honest. And then sort of on the roof as well, you've got a nice little spot. So if you come up here, you can actually see through the slits in the wall. This is only for desperate times, really, where you may need to really get someone off that spot. And obviously back here as well, you're going to be sort of taking out the enemies. So P5, this is going to be one of the hardest spots to defend, probably in the game, to be honest. You know, there's not really any cover, but if you have to pick one of these corners and just keep aiming above you, with a good setup, you should be able to get your teammates taking them out. You can also come to the bottom of these steps just here, like so, and you should be able to hold up there, because you'll get a better angle. But some out-of-zone spots are going to be sort of over here, where you can hold this wall, and this can be a nice head glitch, stop people coming there. But then you will get people from up there, so it might be a good idea to come onto this top grassy area here, just to watch your whole cross, so then you can get teammates sat in that corner. You will get people trying to flank under that tunnel there as well. And then if you come up to the top of this tower, then this is going to be a nice spot just to cover the whole area, and you can edge your way out and watch that middle building there. So yeah, it's quite a hard spot to hold, but like I say, with the right sort of setup, you're going to be all good. Now, I just want to talk about some of the rush routes or some rotations, sort of like from P1 to P2, but we'll start from the start. So basically, it's going to be from spawn to P1. Now, a nice spot I like to run is if you push up here, come to this barrel, hop on top, and you can hold down this window like I showed you before. Now, from here, you can hop onto zone like this, start getting time, or you could even make your way through this window to obviously check nobody's coming through there. And this is going to give you a very nice spot just to hold it down. And then from the other side, if you come all the way over here, so obviously you're going to be spawning quite far back over here. Basically what you want to do is hit top barn. Now this is one that I quite like using quite a lot. So as you burst through the barn door, start cocking a grenade just here. I've got an incendiary for some reason. If you chuck it at that car, you will get a kill quite a lot of the times. And now from here, you know, check top grandma, hold down this area, and then you should be able to make your way across into this little corner like I showed you before. And it's just sort of a good way to get some points straight off the bat. So from P1 to P2, can be a good idea to rotate around sort of where the chickens are. If you come quite wide right around, obviously you want to be doing this before the P1 zone disappears, so about 10 seconds out. If you can get to this back building, hold it down, or even just get yourself onto this little point here as well. But if the enemies already have it and you're coming from P1 and they beat you to it, then personally one of my favourite rotations would be from P1, if you come up to the top barn, like this, and then up to that top window I showed you. You should be able to get an angle on anybody holding that back bit there, or anywhere down and low. It can be kind of hard to push from this side, but you can also do it if you have decent skill. But obviously there's a lot of points like I've showed you where they may be sitting, so your best bet to push it would probably be through the barn and up top like I showed you. So personally I like to run this little route here from P2 to P3. You want to try and get yourself around the back here so you can try and flip the spawn, and then the enemies should be able to spawn away and you should be able to get this back spawn here and you can get inside. You can also get straight upstairs, hold this alley window. If the enemies already still have P2, then they should catch them all running in like that. And also watch over the mid area as well, because obviously they're going to be crossing towards this barn area, and you should be able to start picking them off like so. Then also, like I showed you before, you can run straight to this spot here and hold it down whilst your team captures the points. And also these tanks as well are going to be ideal. And then also, if you're coming from P2, but the enemies have already beat you to P3 inside that building, then a really nice spot I like to use, instead of rushing straight through the doors, is coming up to the top gate. You can jump straight through, you can break through this, and basically you're going to be able to come down, take them out in this spot, like so, and you should be able to catch them off guard, because they're probably not going to be expecting you to come down those stairs. Now, from P3 to P4, obviously there's not very far to go, because it's just in the next building, which is over at the barn, but if they're already on the spot, then you can actually come up through the hay bales again. It's a spot I quite like to use, and you should be able to take anybody out up top. And then from here, you can sort of make your way down to this spot if there's no enemies, or you could rotate around the side of the building. Just watch anybody crossing in like so, just hold those angles. But if they're still inside, you should be able to sort of make your way around the tops of the building, take them out, and then get yourself on that time. But if you beat the enemies here and they're still on P3, then it could be a good idea to sit top window, hold over that cross, or watch over this area here as well. Be ideal if you get two of you up here and two maybe defending. But yeah, just see what you think really. Now, from to the barn over to this far P5 area, obviously you want to make a nice early rotation. Get yourself planted over here so you can get back spawns, like I showed you before, and then just watch over your teammates who are capping it as well. If the enemy's already there, it can be quite a hard push, but you know, if you can sort of beat them to it, then you're ideal. Just sort of play this top lip like here, and if you can't see any enemies like this, then sort of narrow it down. You know they're going to be down below you somewhere like that, or you can even flank towards this tower. You won't always see a lot of people sat in it, but if you can take control of this, you should be able to take control of the point, or you can even flank around wide, around the outside really. But yeah, this is one of the harder sort of points to push in the game. You sort of got to just make a nice early rotation to get here first and just get set up before the enemy can. From P5 back to P1 now, you want to try and make a nice early rotation. See if you can get yourself straight up there, because the enemy should still be spawning somewhere around that point. But you can get onto this gate. If the enemies are still on P5 and you didn't manage to take it over, then this head glitch here, like I showed you before, is going to be perfect for holding it. You can even use this little head glitch through here to watch that far side. But if the enemies do beat you to it, then it can be a good idea to flank around the left. Personally, I prefer this. You know, you can make your way up to here, or even inside the little hut, to try and take them off it. Or you can do a really wide rotation, try flip the spawns, come to this back head glitch, and you should be able to take them out from here. Then make your way up to top barn. And yeah, it's just sort of playing this whole area and trying to flip the spawns really. It's quite important for this P1 spot. So that will do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and let me know which map you want to see covered next. Obviously there's only a few hardpoint maps for League, but if you wanted me to cover a pub game map as well that isn't in the sort of ranked play, do let me know. I will cover any of it, and if there's any other game modes you want to see guides for as well, please let me know. But nonetheless, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Can't wait to make a new video for you all, bring out some new content and fresh stuff that nobody else is doing. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.